Hey up everybody, my name's Joshua Morrison, Dr. Johnny Mozler's Lessons in Confidence. Now, how many good ideas are you going to have across the rest of your life? Is that a finite number, and is that a fixed number? Right? Or is it so inflexible, and the more that you put yourself out into the world, the more good ideas that you will get? Right? The more that you experience in life, the more that you will get inspired by the things that you see knocking around. So let's say you stay inside as a bit of a shut-in all the time. What do you have to write about or to make art about, other than the fact that you are a shut-in? You know, there's all sorts of internal mental sort of things that would go on with you being a shut-in, right? You never go out, you never talk to anyone. Isolation, the misery that would kind of come along with it, the yearning for a world that you can't be bothered to go out and explore. Right? These are all themes that you could cover if you were someone that just stayed in your room all the time and never did anything and never went out. But you're quite limited with that. You're quite limited with the amount of ideas that you can actually get out of that one sort of circumstance in your life. And we've all been through periods where we've been a bit of a shut-in and we don't want to go out. You know, everyone, even the most outgoing people, eventually kind of get that thing of just like, oh, I don't want to move, I don't want to go anywhere, I just want to stay here and die. You know, we all go through that every now and then, right? And some people get it more than others. But I think it's important that if you go out and you explore the world and you find yourself in new and weird situations, those new and weird situations will then inspire you to make new things, right? So lately I've been going all up and down the country, just doing various different things. I was filming the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, and now we're kind of worming our way back down to London. And across that, it's given so many little ideas for things, right? What have we seen? I saw a comedy show that was a bit rubbish. I saw a comedy show that was decent, and then I saw one where everything went entirely wrong, and then I saw a children's magician show. And all of those different things that I saw have given me things to talk about, things that I can draw from, various bits of inspiration. Whether I'm going to extrapolate it all into one single video, or if I'm going to spread the ideas out as little motifs across different videos, it's kind of up to me. But I have all the ideas now. And it takes me back to how many good ideas are you going to have in your life, right? It's not like you're born and God just sits there and goes, you there, you get 50,000 ideas for your life and go explore them now. It's not like that. It's that you go out and then you explore the ideas, and then your mind processes them, and it processes all the different emotions that you go through in life, because we go through a wide range of emotions, from euphoria to depression to, you know, malaise to, you know, oh, I was kind of interested in that, to, I feel all right, nothing special. All of these different feelings are something that you can turn into art of some variety, right? And if you just stay as a shut-in, you're going to feel like malaise and it's all right all the time. So you're limiting yourself. You're never going to get absolute euphoria by just staying in your room all the time and never going anywhere, never doing anything, right? If your surroundings never change, right? I've never been in this room before, and it's given me an idea to make this video, right? And if I go to another place, it gives me a new idea to make another video. And if I go to another place, it gives me another idea to make another video. And the more places that I go, the more ideas that I get, the more people that I interact with, the more ideas that I receive for videos. Because I talk to all sorts of weird people. I talked to a magician the other day, and he was fantastic. It was so much fun. I talked to this old Jamaican guy who was in this sort of ragtime type R&B, not R&B, reggae type band. It was reggae / ragtime. It's a weird sort of fusion combination, right? And he was really passionate about it. And he was a really nice guy, right? He talked a lot. You know those people that talk in long blocks, and they make one big point that takes them like 5 minutes to do, and then you make your little point, and then they go on for another 5 minutes. It was kind of one of those, right? But sitting there listening to him gave me so many little bits of inspiration, right? Not just him, but the magician that I also spoke to, and say the woman at the shop who asked about the camera that I'm filming on, or the guy that I went to KFC recently, and the guy that was working at KFC, he was obsessed with my camera and he was asking about it, and then he went on his phone and he was showing me all the weddings and stuff that he was recording, and that gave me more ideas for videos. That's probably like 5 ideas for videos that I'm going to do alongside this video that I'm doing here. And this video is basically just an overview to tell you that you have so many ideas, and you can take your ideas for granted, because you will get more ideas as long as you keep putting yourself out there into the world. You will keep getting new ideas. However, if you're a shut-in and you do nothing, then you're going to have to cling on to every little idea that you get, because you're not going to get vastly new, interesting ideas, right? I mean, right here, right? What have we got? Nescafe Gold Decaf, Nescafe Gold Decaf, Nescafe Gold Real, right? And packets of milk, right? You could make something out of this, right? Not just a big blend of caffeine, right? But something of art, right? You could take all of these and you could paint them, you could put them on a big canvas and use the granules of this as like some kind of brown kind of background for some kind of painting. And you could use the milk to sort of brush it all together, to blend it. You could do something interesting with it, right? That's just one vague idea for art that I've just come up with off the cusp, right? Packets of sugar, you know, that could be sunbeams. You could have the sun there, and then you could have little sunbeams like that. That could be kind of fun, right? Not necessarily that you have to actively do that, right? How about these earplugs, right? Put them in your ears, you shut out the world. Takes us back to the shut-in thing. And if you're a shut-in, then you don't have particularly many great ideas, but you can, if you're out in the world all the time and you have a kind of a balance of your life, right? You can just put them in, right? And just go, it's nice to shut the world out, right? You want to be able to shut the world out sometimes, but if you're constantly shutting the world out, then you need to actively open yourself up to the world. You only have so many options in life, and you only have so much time to go out and explore the ideas that there are to explore. So go out there and explore them. Make sure that you see as much of the world as you physically can in the time that you have to do it. Right? And not just your local area, go out into the wider realm of your country or province or whatever. Right? Hell, leave the country if you have the money for it, or the passport or whatever. Just get something done with the time that you have. Make art using the resources that you have around you, right? Just in this one hotel, if I had a canvas or something, I could go out and buy a canvas or find a canvas on the side of the road and then use all of this milk and stuff here from this tea tray to make something vaguely interesting. And I could use the dust in the bottom of my bag to turn it into something, all that pocket fluff and stuff. You could turn that into something like, I don't know, the scraps of the pocket or something like that. That's just one general idea. And you can go off and make an idea all of your own, because you have a vastly different brain and mind to me, and I have a different mind and brain to everyone else that's knocking around, because we're all unique individuals at the end of the day that have something unique to say, no matter what our situations are. However, the more that we put ourselves out there into the world, the more we will have to say. If all of us were shut-ins, art would be dead, because we would have the same fucking things all the time. Just say, I'm depressed and I'm in my room. I'm miserable, I'm in my room. I feel nothing and I'm in my room. It would just be an endless sea of fucking Fear of a Blank Planet. Just that same idea repeated and recycled again and again and again. When there is such a big and awe-inspiring world out there that we can explore. And I encourage you all to go out and explore it to your fullest. Even if you're feeling a little bit tired or down or like you can't do it, just push yourself to try and do it once, and you will feel so much better for having done it. Right? There's so many times that I sit there and I'm just kind of like this, and I don't want to do stuff. I just want to lie down and just curl up and just, you know, all the time. And getting up just feels like a struggle. And if you can just force yourself up, then you can actually make it work. But if you don't force yourself to get into vaguely uncomfortable situations once in a while, you'll never be able to return to your comfort and feel the utmost virility of that comfort. You will just feel a malaise from endless comfort, from endless comfort zone. If you just sit in your comfort zone will eventually erode, and then you'll end up with nothing. No comfort zone, no lack of comfort, just the same thing all the time, non-stop. And I don't wish that upon anyone. Right? I desperately want to go to bed. Right? I desperately want to just lie down and just sleep for the next 3 days. But if I did that, there's 3 days gone from my life. And I only have 80 years or so in my life, and I've already lived 26 of them. I'd like to live each day as much as I can, no matter what my mindset is. And sometimes I fall victim to the same mentality, and I give in, and I recluse myself from the world, and I hate whenever that happens. And I know it in the moment, but I know that it is something that you can pull yourself out of, and you can pull yourself out of this malaise, out of this endless feeling of uncomfortable contentedness. And if you can do that, you'll be so much happier in the long term, in the long run. And that's why I wanted to make this video, is just go out there and explore the world. And if you can do that, then you can get more ideas, new ideas, because how many ideas do you have in a lifetime? As many as you give yourself. So that's going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching this video, everybody. Hope you managed to get something out of it. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think that it's very possible to get a lot more ideas out of just being a recluse or something like that? I mean, Nick Drake was a fantastic musician. He just stayed in his room all the time. He's one of my favourite musicians ever. I mean, he did 5 Leaves Left and he did Pink Moon. Fantastic. Pink Moon he did when he was in his full recluse mind, and then he killed himself afterwards. And it was just, it's such a fantastic, beautiful album, right? It's almost quite surreal, and like it's from the mind. It's almost like insider art a little bit, outsider art, sorry. It's almost like outsider art, and it's so fantastic, and it's such a beautiful album. And maybe I'm wrong, and that you don't necessarily need to go out into the world and explore stuff. But I personally feel like you will get more out of life if you take the inspiration that's out there, right? And that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Leave your comments and your thoughts below. Take care, and bye-bye. I'm gonna go to fucking bed. Ugh.